Welcome traders to the Polaris Trading Group PTG educational series. As a new or existing member of Polaris Trading Group, this video will walk you through the Members Wednesday Workshop Archives section of the website. Today is November 18th, 2018, and this will be Module 30. Before we get to the walkthrough, industry regulations require that we highlight NFA Compliance Rule 2-29C, which in summary states that hypothetical performance results have many inherent limitations, and trading in futures and derivatives on futures is speculative in nature and involves substantial risk of loss. Past performance is not indicative of future results. So with that, let's show you how to navigate the website and to access the members area educational media section. Okay, so beginning from the home page, you'll have already registered, and if you have not registered, you will have a registration section down here on the right hand panel. Alright, currently I am registered in as a member myself. This will be the first step in the process. Once you are registered as a PTG member, then easy navigation to the members area is fairly straightforward. Up at the top here you have navigation, menu items, and pull down menus that you'll be able to navigate throughout the website in different sections. Okay, videos, blog, etc. And you want to navigate over to your account, and within your account area you go to the private members area. So click on that, and then again, as a registered member, it'll bring you right to the members area. So this will be the section that you'll find all the educational media via documents and videos. Alright, so we're going to walk through the Members Wednesday Workshop video archives first, and this is a newly designed section of the archive area. And what I've done recently on the redesign is subdivide the various topics into core subjects. So as you can see here, what we're going to want you to do as a certainly a new member, and if you are currently an existing member and you want to look back here for some review, I've divided it into some key sections, and hopefully this will make it a lot easier to navigate, find topics much quicker, and be able to kind of streamline, your educational viewing. So we have the PTG methodology and chart overview, as you can see here, and we recently put up a new orientation video for member guests. All right, now the core video concepts that what you'll do is you'll be encountering these topics every day, and so this will be the first area to focus on. Okay, now again, they're pretty much in order, okay, at this stage of how I would like to kind of walk through this, and you'll see in the next section just down below, these is where the actual modules will in sequential order will be found. So what you'll notice here in some of the other sections, I've taken so for instance, module 1, pivots. All right, I've taken that from the module section, and I've copy and pasted it into the core video section. Simply, this is where you're going to spend the initial bulk of your time to get up to speed, kind of get a jump start on the various topics that you'll encounter every day in the trading room, and as my guidance throughout the section. So again, there are 15 videos, but you can break them down into 3 major topics. The topics will be the bull and the bear stackers, the CCI crossover method, which is our premium and discount, and then the third major topic will be the ATR indicator and its associated setups along there. So those are the core 3 major topics that you'll encounter. And then of course the first one, pivots, that really relates to price structure pivots, and that's a core concept that For many, it'll be a review. For others, it will be somewhat new. But again, that's a great place to start. And then in techniques in probability thinking, we talk a lot about this OODA loop. And the OODA loop stands for observation, orientation, decision, action. So a core part of what I try to convey in this educational medium is to help you think, as a professional trader, what type of techniques do we need to help bring us along and throughout the course of the day. Okay, so those are, again, some core concepts. We go through the opening range every single day. All right, for many, it's a core part of their individual trade strategy. For others, they're monitoring it. All right, for the initial biases throughout this day. And then we get into the bull and the bear stackers, the anatomy of a bear stacker, a bull stacker trend shift. I also provide a PowerPoint setup for that, and again, what you'll also find is some practical replays. Okay, so the bear stacker and the premium setup replay. So these will help you kind of not only go through the core study material, but then how actually is it applied. Okay, the next section here, again, CCI crossover method. This was the original video that we had put out, and then we had an updated review on that. So they're both fairly similar, but there is some updated material in that module 22. Then, of course, again, a practical application of the premium and discounts, all right, and so forth. And then module 7AB, all right, average true range stop part 1 and part 2. All right, pretty self-explanatory. And again, the ATR structure first pullback trade setup. Okay, that's going to be one of our core setups, that kind of a go-to setup. And then in module 17, again, another practical application about ATR and stackers. And then the university balance chart components. This is the 5-minute chart. There's a lot of information on that particular chart everybody encounters when they first see it. Don't be too overwhelmed by the amount of information on that particular chart display in our software. Again, this particular video workshop breaks down what is actually shown on that particular chart. So it's important that you have an understanding. We don't want you to get overwhelmed. The design of this new design here of this part of the website is designed to break things down into its components. All right, take one step at a time. All right, again, small bites, small video sessions, and again, I believe you'll get you'll get a pretty fast jump start on a lot of the concepts that we talk about. Again, in the next section here in the modules, pretty much straightforward, right through the module section of where we currently are. You'll have various topics that are non-core, all right, to this first section up here. All right, these would be the ones that I would like you to focus on first. And then once you've gotten a pretty good handle on those core concepts, there are plenty of other various topics that you can walk through. Okay, again, you can just see them in here, and there's some new ones that we just recently added as well. So those will be, again, module 1 through currently 29, and this will be the 30th as we're working through right now. Again, you'll be able to kind of go through those, sequentially if you want. Now, the next section here, many of you, are familiar with sim trading, but how do you actually practice? Okay, and a lot of people can visualize practicing a sports event, right? Be it basketball, football, soccer, etc. But how do you practice trading? And so I make the attempt here to walk you through what I refer to as deliberate practice, and I show you how to actually break down the charts and focus on one element of the topic. So if you're interested in premium and discounts, well, we're not going to study premium and discounts at the same time. We're going to focus on discounts. And so what I do is I walk you through the process of setting up your chart in a way where you just focus on the discount. Everything else around it that's typically on the chart will be hidden from view, So then we'll be able to focus on what that discount and the components are of that discount. So as you're studying the CCI crossover method and the components of what makes up a discount, then you'll be able to walk through. All right, and by doing this, it will accelerate your learning. It will accelerate your understanding of the topic. All right, and as you work through the day, you know, the live action, you'll then be able to see these discounts in the process of development. All right, not after the fact. All right, so that's part of this whole goal here. The next section is the Trader Toolbox indicator video. So, but for both Sierra Chart and NinjaTrader 7, I am working on NinjaTrader 8 indicators into the first quarter of 2019. So those aren't certainly ready yet. But as of this stage, these are the associated videos that will help you talk about or look at, you know, the installation of the Auto Trade Assistant and various, you know, the price study overlay, which is a very good, you know. So these are kind of topics that will help you, you know, understand and get the most out of as you're working through some of our software. All right, and then in the next sections below here, again, I've just categorized them in a way of just trade review examples. So outside the norm of the core subject, but related to the subject matter, you can go back and can actually watch trade setups that we took, perhaps you know, live in our trading room, and I went back and did a replay on them. So there you go there, so you can you know, review the examples there. And then we have some additional educational video topics that are not core. But again, it will increase your understanding of various topics that we do talk about within the trading room. Trading the 200 extreme, that is part of the general concepts, but it's not, you know, it's not one that we, you know, that again that's core to what we're looking for. All right, primarily again ATRs. Bull and bear stackers and CCI premium discounts are the primaries. Combining discounts premiums with number bars. All right, so we have it in the section up here. All right, we have what's called the let's see, up here, number bars. All right, 6-tick reversal method, module number 5. So that walks you through the order flow, all right, or the delta footprint type chart. Okay, so when you get to there, you'll have some practical application of how we combine discounts premiums with those number bars. So again, kind of a, you know, add-on addition to the core stuff. All right, and then lastly in this section, just a history of some of the webinars that we did with Infinity Futures, and there'll be some additional add-on webinars that you know, that we've done recently in the past couple years up to the current 2018. So those will be added on very shortly. All right, so that concludes the walkthrough on the Wednesday workshop archives, and basically the core concept videos that I would like you to focus on first, and then the others. Okay. In the next section, we're going to walk through the document section. All right. So what we'll do is we'll navigate back to the main menu page in the members area, and then over here it says member educational materials. So click on that. And that will bring you to the education material. So in the early stages of Polaris Trading Group, we did a lot of things by PDF documents, and you know, again, these are fairly time consuming, and a lot of the times don't really get the message across. So we've gone ahead and you know, again, most of it is via videos now, but this is still a very good section. You can, you know, there's some very good topics here. The right side pivot rule, for instance, all right, is a very good topic. So if you clicked on something like that, it will bring you to, you know, the right side pivot rule, which is formerly known as the 2-bar high, 2-bar low entry method. And again, this is fairly important to understand, all right, and what we look for. Again, and you can see here, you know, some of the highlights of you know, the type of candles that we're looking for, And this is important because this is one of the core bases of understanding structure pivots. And again, that will be module 1. And as well, this is also part of the logic in terms of the auto trade assistant. Okay, so again, it's very important that you understand how a structure pivot is formed and what we would be looking for in terms of entry. Okay, so right side pivot rule. There is not a video on this. I believe this is only a document on this one. So there are a number of documents in here. This one is fairly interesting. The Standard Trading Operating Procedures, STOP. And what this basically does is this gives you an overview of walking through the day. Okay, so again, many of you are not very structured in terms of what do I do, what am I looking for, how's the day typically unfold. This document will kind of help guide you through the idea of establishing a baseline, some personal trading minimums, checklist for yourself. All right, then walking through the day, pre-market briefing, which we do every day via the standard daily trade strategy and our briefing. Every day, of course, has an opening range. We walk through that. There are some key time zone and time pivots. The initial balance, which many of you are familiar with, right? What is the day structure? Is it beginning as a trend day or a range type day? Again, we discussed a little bit of that. All right, and again, as you kind of walk through here, all right, I'm just kind of zipping through here. There are some other market internals that we want to monitor, throughout the day, et cetera, et cetera. All right, and then pretty much at the end of the day, one of the good things is kind of whether your day was great or not, or you want to be able to get some education out of the day, and keeping good trade statistics, doing a kind of a post-market debriefing, all right, is really important. Or you should do this on a regular basis. You should also keep some sort of a spreadsheet to monitor your trades, etc., etc. So again, this is a kind of an important document to kind of walk through, all right? And then you'll find a number of different other trading rules and identifying trend days and non-trend days, etc. So this is a good section to find that information in as well. Navigating back to the main page, all right, will be we have some video tip sections. Now in this video tip section, all right, this is just an area where if I see something of interest during the day, I'll do a short video clip on it and throw it in here. So from time to time, this would be a good area to come back into and review. And then finally, there's some areas here. We have some chart templates, which you don't really have to worry too much about at this stage, simply because if you are using the PTG Trader Toolbox software, you currently have the main template. All right. I am in the process of working on potentially a trader forum where we can gather and post some different topics and so forth for the group as a whole. That's work in progress. And then the last section here I want to focus on is member resources. So if you click on that link, this will bring us to an area in the members area that basically this is kind of bonus material for everybody. All right, that I've collected over the years, various documents, magazine articles, web links, ebooks, some audio files, etc. All right, so you can just kind of all related trading topics, psychology topics, etc., etc. So this is again bonus information. This is obviously not core, but if you want to learn something more about, say, market profile basics, so like if you clicked on that link there, that will bring you to a document that will give you an understanding of some market profile basics, the auction process, all right, kind of in a colorful way. All right, what TPOs are, what volume and value areas are, etc., etc. So again, all good information. We also have an ebook called Markets and Profile, written by James Dalton. Okay, so if you were to kind of scroll through that, this is an entire ebook, 225 pages. Again, if you're very ambitious and you want to learn more about the profile and auction process, all right, that is like one of the Bibles. Okay, and then you can just kind of scan through the rest of these area here. Again, all various topics. We have some audio files, all right, on guideful meditations, and then we have some references between, some educational references on psychology topics and so forth, and then some various recommended readings, all right, that you can find additional resources. Okay, so that is the kind of the walkthrough through the members area. And if you have any questions on any of this, certainly reach out to me. And again, this area is not meant to be the end. This is actually the starting point. But again, the idea here for me, for everybody, whether you're a new member starting out or an existing member reviewing this section, the core concept areas are the ones you want to focus on first, and then work your way through, as time permits, all right, and as your ambition continues, to learn more. Lots of great information in this section. Okay. All right. Thank you again for taking the time to become a new member. And for those existing members that are reviewing, I thank you for reviewing this section as well. And again, reach out to me if you need anything. All right, there's my contact information. Again, I'm readily available on a daily basis. All right, so thank you very much, everybody, and great trading to all.